Garrett Dyke, Jalen Betts, and J.J. Smith.
Fellas, y'all had a couple special wins toward the end of last season. That was one of my favorite games that I covered last year, the win over Hanover at Henrico. How can y'all build off of those experiences, take some of that momentum into this year, and have it help you grow into the season?
For us, those last couple of games, those 5 games was huge for us. We didn't start the way we wanted to start, but the kids kept believing. And for us, man, we just wanted to carry that momentum into the off season. And our kids, they attacked the off season really, really hard, and they bought into the culture that we're trying to set. That I'm trying to set here at Henrico High School. We just want to keep building. That's the whole thing, the whole mantra. We're not, strong in numbers, like as I always say, but these guys will be real gritty. These guys will be real tough, and they give everything they have.
Coach, talk about some of the change that you're seeing in the program as you enter, this is going to be your 3rd season, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Talk about some of the change you've seen in the attitude amongst the players that are coming out.
I definitely say the attitude, the mantra of Coach Holmes. I played around the area. I got an opportunity to play for Coach Johnson his first 2 years when he came here from Northern Virginia, and I got to see a lot of these coaches and who were players at the time. And for me, they're taking in my mantra. I'm an aggressive guy. I play on the defensive side of the ball. When I was at Highland Springs, I'm a defensive side of the ball type of guy. And when I went to U of R, I was a defensive side, aggressive type of guy. So for these guys, man, they take on my DNA, and I tell them if they don't take my DNA, they need to take on their coaches or assistant coaches' DNA as well. So,
Fellas, question for all 4 of y'all that I've asked a lot of the teams up here, but in terms of the culture, the expectations that Coach Holmes has set, what defines Henrico football for y'all?
I would say dedication and commitment.
I say dedication and commitment as well. He really supported with everything we do. He tried to push us every day to be great and make it mandatory to make it to every practice. And ever since camp started, we've been having more and more numbers.
I would say bond into the program, because people usually look down at Henrico as we're terrible, but people don't really know us for real. And it's all about having discipline and just commitment, like he said, just being there every day, putting all the work in, and just doing the best every day. I just say the hard work, what they say, dedication and commitment too. And yeah, that's about it.
And what is it that each of you bring to the team that will help y'all be successful for each of you?
I would say leadership, especially the 4 of us up here. We've shown a lot of leadership, especially at practice, weight room, just in general, just leadership, teamwork, commitment, especially the weight room, just being there every day, just coming in every day, doing the best you can do.
I would say setting the standard, especially for the younger guys. Just being there, setting the standard, and working hard.
I say brotherhood because to have a good team, everybody have to be, cool and have love for each other. You can't have hate or, just not being there for another person. We all got to work hard and shed blood and tears with each other, be on the field with each other. So might as well have a good connection with each other so we can be other teams.
I say the trust in teammates and the whole coaching staff and everybody,
Coach, how different has it been for you since year 1? I mean, just how much of a buy-in have you really seen from some of your guys, and what's kind of been the big change there?
Oh, change, man. The talent gets greater and greater by the dozen, man. We play a great 4A, man. You got to deal with Ramona, the Dinwitties, the Huguenots, man. It's like, where the Henrico sit sometimes, you know what I mean? And it's great coaching around the area, man. And for us, man, it's just continue to build and get better. We look at the great talent right here, the great coaches, you know what I mean? And for us, we feel like it's room for us at the table as well. No knock on other programs, they're phenomenal programs, but for us, we deserve to be at that table as well. We deserve some respect around here as well. And it's gonna take some time in Henrico, but it's gonna come in the long haul.
Coach, who on your staff, and yourself might be the answer to this, but y'all were one of my favorite teams to watch last year from a schematic standpoint offensively. You do a lot of creative things to get your playmakers the ball in space. Who do you credit on your coaching staff for some of the things that you guys do on that side of the ball? And how might it look different this year compared to last year with some of the pieces y'all are replacing?
Oh man, shoot, man, I give credit to all my staff. You know, I sit up there and watch all this talent trying to figure out how can we disperse the ball to multiple guys on the field. I'm just one vessel. I'm not going to put all my eggs on all the eggs in the basket on myself. Because I do somewhat and share some of the load when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. But we definitely got some phenomenal coaches here. It's going to look a lot different. It's going to look somewhat different. We're not as big up front. I wish we could sit there and find a pool where we just get a lot of big guys, but it is what it is. But we want to give everything we have. We're going to be very creative. We're going to do everything we need to do to try to get wins this season.
Coming up on 7 minutes here, we good?
I got one more for you, Coach. Last year, before your turnaround at the second half of the season, y'all played Armstrong as tough as I'd seen anybody play him last year. What did you see in that game that sparked that second half push?
You want to really be on the honest answer? That Armstrong game lit a fire in that place. And it really lit the players. I'm not trying to be funny, but our kids looked at it as, it's just Armstrong. And that was an undefeated team. We beat them last year at their place for homecoming. And, that was the humbling experience for our boys. We kind of went in that week with preparation. There was a lot of media highlights and a lot of light and things that came with that game, but it really lit a fire in our boys, and they didn't like the way that game tasted. So that was the turning point for us moving forward throughout that season.
Thanks, guys. Get up for Henrico.
Thank you, fellas.